There's a secret master gardeners rarely share. The kind of secret that makes you stare at your neighbour's garden, wondering how their tomatoes swell like balloons, how their spinach looks deep emerald, or how their maize grows twice as tall as yours. The truth is, it's not expensive fertilizers or complicated routines. It all comes down to one simple, powerful soil formula, a 3-ingredient mix so effective that it can turn dull, compacted soil into a living powerhouse of nutrients. Once you learn this blend, your plants won't just grow. They'll thrive beyond your imagination, producing harvests that make every minute in the garden worth it. Healthy soil is the foundation of every thriving garden. It's not just dirt, it's a living system packed with microorganisms, minerals and organic matter working together to feed your plants. But most gardens today suffer from one major issue: nutrient depletion. Years of planting without proper replenishment strip the soil of its vitality. That's why even when you water daily and use commercial fertilizer, your plants still look weak or grow slowly. The formula we're about to explore doesn't just feed your plants. It rebuilds the soil ecosystem. It balances texture, boosts fertility, improves moisture retention, and unlocks nutrients that your plants couldn't access before. The best part? You only need 3 natural ingredients, all easy to find, affordable, and completely safe for both organic and conventional gardens. This soil formula is built on a simple science: feed the soil, not the plant. When your soil is healthy, everything you plant in it flourishes naturally. Here's the exact formula and how to prepare it. You will need compost, 2 parts, cocoa peat or fine composted sawdust, 1 part, worm castings or well-decomposed manure, 1 part. Then, to activate the nutrients and microbial life, you'll need 5 litres of clean water mixed with 2 tablespoons of molasses for every 10 kilograms of the soil mix. This natural activator boosts microbial activity, helping the mix come alive and start breaking down nutrients immediately. Start by spreading your compost on a clean surface. It should be dark, crumbly, and have an earthy smell, not sour or mouldy. Compost provides the base nutrients your plants need: nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. It also improves soil texture, making it loamy and easier for roots to penetrate. Next, add cocoa peat or finely composted sawdust. This ingredient acts as a moisture balancer. It prevents the soil from drying too fast while improving air circulation in the root zone. Cocoa peat can hold up to 8 times its weight in water, ensuring consistent hydration without waterlogging your plants. Now add worm castings or aged manure. Worm castings are often called black gold for a reason. They contain enzymes, beneficial bacteria and natural growth hormones that supercharge root development. If you're using aged manure instead, make sure it's at least 6 months old to avoid burning the roots. All right, so mix all the ingredients thoroughly using a shovel or your hands until you have a uniform blend. Then slowly pour in the molasses water, turning the mix as you go. The goal is to make the mix slightly moist, not wet or muddy. Once mixed, let it sit for 48 hours in a shaded area to allow the microbial life to activate. After that, your soil is ready to use. Every component in this formula plays a crucial role. Compost rebuilds the soil structure and provides a steady nutrient supply. Cocoa peat or sawdust enhances soil aeration, ensuring roots can breathe. Worm castings bring in beneficial microorganisms that turn complex organic materials into simple, plant-ready nutrients. Together, they create a living soil environment, something fertilizers alone can't achieve. Unlike chemical fertilizers that give a quick push but damage soil life over time, this mix builds fertility that lasts. You'll notice your plants growing faster, their leaves turning darker green, and their stems becoming sturdier. The soil will stay moist longer, reducing how often you water. And within weeks, you'll see the difference in how healthy your garden looks. Vibrant, lush, and bursting with growth. The secret weapon in this formula lies in the unseen world beneath your feet: soil microbes. When you add molasses water to the mix, it feeds the beneficial bacteria and fungi in compost and worm castings. These microbes multiply rapidly, breaking down organic matter into nutrient forms that roots can easily absorb. Microbes also release natural growth hormones that stimulate root branching, helping plants take up water and nutrients more efficiently. As roots grow deeper, they make the soil even more fertile by excreting organic acids that unlock trapped minerals. Over time, this creates a self-sustaining ecosystem where plants and microbes work together in perfect harmony. For new gardens, use this soil mix as your base layer when planting. Fill each planting hole or bed with it before placing your seedlings or seeds. If you already have existing plants, apply it as a top dressing, about 2 inches thick around the base of each plant, and a water well. You can also use it as a potting mix for container gardens. Simply fill your pots with this blend, just making sure it's lightly packed to allow airflow. This formula works perfectly for vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, flowers, and even indoor plants. To maintain its effectiveness, you'll want to replenish your soil every 2 to 3 months by adding a handful of fresh worm castings or a thin layer of compost around the base of your plants. This keeps the microbial life active and nutrients flowing continuously. Within the first 2 weeks, you'll notice stronger root growth and greener foliage. Plants that once struggled will start producing new leaves and shoots. Flowering crops like tomatoes, peppers and beans will bloom more abundantly. Root crops such as carrots and beets will grow straighter and larger. By the time you reach your first full harvest, you'll be amazed at how much your garden has changed. The soil will feel softer, richer, and teeming with life. Worms will start appearing naturally, a clear sign that your soil is thriving. Over time, you'll need fewer fertilizers and less water because your soil will retain nutrients and moisture more efficiently. This formula doesn't just boost growth. It transforms your garden into a living ecosystem that gets better with every season. It's nature working with you, not against you. The power of this 3-ingredient formula extends beyond one harvest. As you keep using it, your soil will continue improving. Organic matter will build up year after year, helping your garden resist drought, pests, and diseases. You'll spend less money on fertilizers and chemicals while producing healthier, chemical-free crops. You know, over time, this approach really turns your garden into a regenerative system. Each season, the soil grows richer, more balanced, and, well, more productive. That's the real secret behind consistently high yields. It's not about constantly buying new products, but rather nurturing your soil until it becomes its own source of fertility. To get even better results, go ahead and brew a simple compost tea using this formula once every 2 weeks. Just mix 2 cups of the soil blend in 5 litres of water, add 1 tablespoon of molasses and let it sit for about 24 hours. You can use this tea to water your plants or even spray it on the leaves as a foliar feed. It really provides an instant boost of beneficial microbes and nutrients, keeping your plants in peak condition. If you've ever dreamed of walking through rows of thriving vegetables, vibrant flowers and fruit trees heavy with produce, well, this is your key. The beauty of this formula is its simplicity. No complicated chemistry. No fancy tools, just nature's own building blocks. Once you start using it, your garden will never be the same again. So, the next time you wonder how to achieve that lush, abundant garden you've always wanted, remember, the secret isn't in the seeds or the fertilizer. It's in the soil. Feed it right, and it will feed you for years to come. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Growth Hub Central Crops and share this video with fellow gardeners. Let's keep spreading the magic of healthy soil and bountiful harvests, because the best gardens grow from the ground up.